Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, December 20th. This is going to be pretty quick because there's really not a lot to talk about regarding this before I start getting up, getting my day started, and whatnot. But I just got an interesting, well, I don't know when it was sent actually, sometime over last night, but I was just checking my messages and I just got an interesting text that I actually posted, copied, pasted, whatever, posted to the community page that people might want to check out. The general idea here, the gist of it is supposedly the people, the two people in the White House, uh, the current person in the chair and their cohort are both returning or have returned, canceling their holiday plans, their holiday trips to the White House. And kind of interesting because it seemed kind of abrupt. People can read the post for themselves. There's two of them that were sent to me that I'm passing on. And it appears that something could be going down here very shortly to where they both need to be there or feel that they need to be there. Now, if you look at the big picture, the whole spectrum of things, lots of stuff going on in the United States and the world. I mean, too much to talk about in videos. I mean, people can do their own research, look at my community page, other people's community pages, watch whatever videos, live streams they want to. I mean, the whole gamut, right? But this is interesting. The timing of it is all very interesting. And I don't know when this happened. I guess it was yesterday. I said I don't have a date on it. But the person that sent me this, I trust them pretty implicitly. I know them. I know their background. I know what they're about. They're not just gonna. They don't send me stuff just to send me stuff. I mean, it's. They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna put themselves out there like that. They're not going to share it to their own pages or social media platforms. They have a pretty large following themselves. They're not going to do that. So people can, investigate further if they want to. They can, look into it. But for whatever reason, they're both either returning or have returned. Now we know that we're on the verge of another government shutdown. Whether that happens or doesn't, it's all up in the air. Pretty bad if it does happen, because I guess Social Security checks will be canceled or at least delayed for like about 3 weeks or something. At least that's what happened the last time we had a shutdown, and it's not good for federal employees. But that could be the least of our problems, to be honest with you. I mean, with everything that's been going on in the world and in this country, and all the stuff in the skies, and just the wars and rumors of wars and everything else, not just this country, but the whole world. Hey, anything at any time now, right? So the reason I'm putting this out there is we're just a few days off from, what I am referring to now. I'm sure it's going to make a lot of people mad, but it's just me as the Hellidaze, as I'm describing it now, because it very well could turn into that. I'm not saying it will, but it very well could. There's a lot of messages out there, a lot of people saying a lot of different things. Will it come to pass? Will it not come to pass? I don't know. But if we are if we are to have Hellidaze this year instead of holidays, well, people have been told, people have been warned. Head on a swivel, it's the same old. But yeah, just the weird things that are going on, all the different reports of of everything happening consistently and constantly, and the Pope opening up a portal on the 24th, and apparently that's like a historical thing from what I understand. I was listening to something last night. They were saying it was a historical thing. It's been happening for a very long time. I didn't know that because in the past I didn't pay attention to this stuff, to be honest with you. I mean, it was always about getting gifts and, and celebrating and decorating and, and traveling or seeing people or them seeing you and whatever else and, food and celebration and all this other stuff, until my eyes were open to the whole thing years ago, and then it's like, man, I don't really care, and then I became Ebenezer Scrooge and the Grinch, just like everybody else, right? Which, to me personally, I've always liked A Christmas Carol because I always looked at it as a story of redemption and salvation. I was always very fascinated by the story. I've seen practically every movie except maybe the original and the one with Patrick Stewart because I didn't really care to see that one. About the Christmas story or excuse me, Christmas Carol and so forth. And I've always liked the story. I've always appreciated the story, and I was just found it fascinating. It's one of my favorite, you know, fictional stories, to be honest with you. But anyway, and of course the Grinch has always been very entertaining, but all of us are like a Scrooge or a Grinch now, I guess, in the eyes of others because we don't care about this stuff. To be quite frank, to be quite honest, we just don't care. So if it turns out to be Hellidaze, then the Lord's will be done. We've been told, we've been warned, we for years, for a long time. It's gotta start sometime. Where it gets really intense, really crazy, really violent, really chaotic, really insane. It's got to start sometime. And if it happens to be now, His will be done. So be it. You know, and I'll just end it like this. I've had some people contact me on a private level or whatever, and since they have contacted me, privately, I've told them what I thought. Not going public with anything, not speculating about anything that may or may not happen today or tomorrow or over the next few days going into Krampus or whatever, but I because they took the time, I told them, some people are planning to travel, some people are planning to go a long way from home. I would suggest people don't. That's just my honest opinion. That's my suggestion. I would suggest that people don't. I would suggest people stay close to home, be ready for anything and everything, have all your ducks in a row, have everything that you need, go out and get it if you don't have it. I would suggest that people don't travel too far away from their home. That's just my honest opinion. People do what they want, they can ignore me or anybody else and just go and do whatever they want. And it might work out for them just fine and everything will be wonderful. But if not, I know this for the most part, wherever people go to, wherever they travel to, most likely they're not as prepared as you are, and they may not be prepared for long term guests or, people staying with them because they can't get home because of whatever reasons for a long period of time. So just keep that in mind. If people are going to travel, they are going to leave their home for a period of time, planning to be gone. I'd pack like you can't return, like I've always said, you know, because it's dangerous, man. It's an unnecessary risk, in my opinion. But if people are going to do it, pack like you can't return. And because I would not expect, unless you're going to some prepper community hideout or whatever, where people are just as prepared, if not prepared, more prepared than you are. Most of the time, though, I would say that is not the case. That's why people have bug out locations or they have all their preps and everything they need at home. So, anyway, just my thoughts, just throwing that all out there. So, I guess we'll see what happens, if anything, today, tomorrow, these next few days heading into the 24th and 25th. But anyway, happy Hellidaze. I know, I'm a jerk, I'm mean, I'm this, I'm that, I get it. But I gotta have fun with this because, listen, it's so disappointing. A lot of things are just so disappointing and just so irritating and annoying, because it's not like you want to see these things happen. It's not like you want to see all of the violence and the chaos and the insanity and all of these things come to pass. But how much more death, of children can we endure? How much more of the Diddy crap? How much more of all of this evil, are we expecting the Father to endure? And how much more are we supposed to put up with before it's finally like, okay, that's enough? It's got to come down now. It's too much. It's too evil. It's too ridiculous. It's just too stupid. You know, it's like enough is enough is enough is enough. It's got to start sometime. It's got to come down. Whether that's this year, next year, I don't know. Whether it's this day, a few days from now, I don't know. But it's got to start sometime. All right, folks. If I don't talk to you again, God bless each every one of you and your families. I guess we'll see what happens whenever it happens, however it happens. Maybe I'll get the original channel back soon. I don't know. But just throw my thoughts out there for today and the next few days, and I guess we'll just see whatever goes down and go from there. All right, y'all take care. Have a good one. Be blessed. Bye bye.